Hello everybody. It's just starting up is a bit difficult. So I'm Sujatha Harding and I'm starting my first live stream today, and I'm just going to show you a few things that I'd like to make just for fun, just to keep yourself occupied, and just for something to do while we're all in isolation, and in the future as well. So here we go. Okay, so this is my page, Card Crafts, and I've got a few things that I'd like to show you. Okay, so I use Stampin' Up products for paper and ink pads, and stamps as well. Quite a few stamps are from Stampin' Up, but we don't need to worry about all of that at the moment. What I've got here is some Whisper White cut to an A5 size. Sorry, this is Very Vanilla cut to an A5 size, and this is the Whisper White cut to an A5 size and just folded in half to make a card. So an A5 size is half an A4, so they come in A4 sheets, and you just cut them into half using a trimmer like this trimmer here. This is a Stampin' Up's trimmer, which I really like. And then you can cut panels to fit on the front, and you can do fun things with the panels, like emboss them. I don't know if you can see that there, but that is that's got a design on it. That's got a slight embossed pattern. And this is the Scripty 3D embossing folder. And this is the Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder, and it just really adds a little bit of fun to your card and just makes it look a little bit less plain, I guess. So I'm going to make a couple of cards today. So with this, I'm going to show you what I did a while ago, many years ago, before I joined Stampin' Up. So my husband and I, we go on walks every morning to take our dog out for a walk, and you can pick up lovely little things like that, gum leaves. You can pick up some gum nuts, and these really make a very pretty card. So what I'll do here is I'm going to take I'm going to maybe trim that down a little bit smaller with my trimmer. Oh, and if you don't have an embossing folder, and because you need a die cutting machine to make the embossed image, and that will be another episode. I'll show you that, or you could just find more information about die cutting machines on the internet. Stampin' Up currently doesn't have a die cutting machine, but you can get it from a craft shop. But if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can just get, so your Stampin' Up products come in a Stampin' Up box, and you can just cut the sides of the box and cut it to size like that, and just peel off this layer here, and that gives it quite a pretty embossed sort of 3D background for you to work with. Very pretty, and you don't have to peel all of it. You can just peel some of it and play around with it, and so that can give you an embossed. They also do have a corrugated card embossed folder on the clearance rack at the moment, which is quite nice. But this makes a nice embossed background as well. And I'll just so thank you all for joining in today, and so just getting there with this. You can use any box, of course, not just the Stampin' Up box. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining in. I'm just making with a bit of cardboard, I'm making a background for my card. And I was just showing how you can use an embossing folder with a die cutting machine to make an embossed image on your card for fun, or you could just use a bit of corrugated card like I'm doing from a cardboard box and just play around. Thanks so much for joining me, Sharon. I'm not sure how to do the waving at the moment because this is my first Facebook Live. So as you can see, you can just put that down. And what I did this morning was I went for a walk with my doggy and picked up some gum leaves. And, you know, you can just put it like that, or you can use the 3D embossing panel and just put a couple like that, or you can put them like that. I picked these up on my morning walk with my dog, as I said, and just put them, and a couple of gum, well, they're gum nuts, aren't they? A couple of gum nuts with a bit of, so we can just, I've got my little wire cutter here, and you can just put it like that. So you can use a hot glue gun for this, or you can use some glue dots, mini glue dots from Stampin' Up. They're pretty good. I'm not sure if they're strong enough for this, but might work. Okay, and then the other thing with this is you can actually paint these gum leaves gold, for example, put a bit of glitter on them, and they make really nice Christmas cards, actually, with that sort of like an Australiana theme instead of, you know, pine cones and holly and stuff, gum nuts and gum leaves. They make a really good, and you can just have a little message there, Merry Christmas, on a separate card. So that was one idea today that I had, and I might just finish this off to give you well, just to finish it off, I guess. So I shall put that there and that there. And I shall put that there. So I'll use my Stampin' Up snail adhesive, which is quite fun to use. And just put that down like that. If you have any questions, of course, just get in touch, and you know, I'm quite happy to have a chat. My details are on the Facebook page. So here's the glue dots, and they come with little adhesive dots like that, and you just pick them up, put one there, and like that. You might have to put a couple more glue dots. Of course, these gum leaves can be made flatter by pressing them in a flower press or in a heavy book. So, like so, and like so. It's a really fun little relaxing sort of activity to get into, and you know, if you've got kids, they'd love to do this, I think. Well, I think so. Who knows? Depends on your kids, I suppose, but still. It's nice for the big kids as well. So that's that, and I'll put one there. Okay, and then I've got my little, where did I put that little gum nut? Oh, here it is, yep. So I might put that there. This might actually be better, the gum nuts at least might be better with a hot glue gun, but for now I'll just use this. And that will sit right there. And you can imagine if I had painted that, you know, a lovely gold color. And I've got some gold shimmer paint here, so we can just put a little bit of gold on it. So I've got my little paintbrush and just paint it a little bit of gold. See? That really makes it stand out, I think, quite nicely. You could paint the leaves as well, give it a little bit of shimmer. Ideally, you'd do that before you stuck it down, I guess. And that just to give you an idea. And I suppose the underlying color gives it a bit of variation as well. And so there you go. Of course, the other thing you could do, I just had a thought looking at that. You can get a bit of sponge. Now this is a Stampin' Up! Sponges, which I like. I like the way they just sort of fit for the project. So cut it into quarters. You get a set of 3 sponges like that, and you get more use out of them if you cut them into quarters. And just put a bit of this gold paint, shimmer paint on there, just a little bit. You can try and bring out some of the brick. So it's a bit early for Christmas, but here we go. It's what seems to be what we're doing now, is a bit of a Christmas theme. But there we go. Why not look forward to Christmas? We've had so much unhappiness this year so far. So Christmas is a fun time to look forward to. And then all you need to do is get a bit of card and a Christmas stamp. So I've been a bit unprepared now because I don't have a Christmas stamp. So I'll just have to step into the other room and get a Christmas stamp. Right, back again. So I've got that gold ink, and I've just got a plain old Christmas stamp here. Of course, Stampin' Up! Has Christmas stamps as well, but I just got one from a craft shop, and I will stamp the card. And that's that. Don't forget to wipe down your stamps after you've used them so that you don't get ink marks left on them. And then we just have to trim this to size. And you can just put that there, for example. Sorry, put it in the light. And for that, let me just step into the other room again. A bit of stamping dimensionals or foam tape, otherwise known. And just put a couple of these. These are really nice to work with. And just peel off the back. And you can put it right there or right there. I like it like that. There you go. So that's my Christmas card made quite in a hurry. And just with some things I found on my morning walk. So if you can see that. Okay. I'll just make another card. So this is showing a stamp set called Timeless Tulips, which comes with a Tulip Builder Punch. And it's good for Mother's Day. It's got a little Happy Mother's Day sentiment, as well as a happy birthday. So I thought it was a good one. It's quite timely because Mother's Day is coming up, of course, and we like to be prepared. So I embossed this. This is just the Whisper White cardstock, and I embossed a panel with the Scripty 3D embossing folder. And I'm going to stick that down. And you can actually stick this panel down with the stamping dimensionals as well, with the foam tape. And that looks quite nice too, because it just gives it a little bit of depth. But I'll just do that this time. And then I got some of these lovely Stampin' Up colors. So this is Mint Macaroon, and this is Seaside Spray, both really nice colors. I'm going to cut some stems from this, from the Mint Macaroon. So just like that. And out of the Seaside Spray, I'm going to make a couple of tulips. So, and you can see there's a leaf as well. So there's a tulip and a leaf. So if you do it like this, then you won't, because I'm only doing tulips out of this card. So this way I'm not concerned about the leaf, and I save my cardstock by not, if I printed it there, if I punched it there, I'd be using up some extra cardstock. So just like that and like that, and I get two. tulips. And of course, you can actually stamp the tulip first on the cardstock and then punch it out, and then you'd have a tulip with a bit of stripe, drawing on it as well. So I might do it like that, like that. Yep. So I'll have to first of all. So this is another glue that works really well, which is the multi-purpose liquid glue, and very easy to control. Put it a bit this way. And just trim off that little excess bit there. Okay. And then I'll get the stamping dimensionals again. If I can find them. Where have I put them? Oh, here they are, right in front of my eyes. So I'll just put a couple there. Okay, like that. And now I want a couple of leaves, so I will get my mint macaron and my tulip builder, and this time I'll go this way. So I'll make one leaf, two leaves, three leaves. So let's see whether three, often with crafting, odd numbers work well. So I'll put one there, one there. Might not be true in this case. We might need a few more leaves. That might be all right actually. So again, to do the leaves, I'll just put a little bit of the Tombow glue there. This is also available from Stampin' Up. I think it's Tombow, but and just a little bit of glue here. And I've got another little pretty thing, which is this polka dot tulle ribbon from Stampin' Up, which just really goes well with these tulips and sticks down really well with the glue dots. So you can just, might not have made that big enough. Gee, I might just and just cut another strip. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just making a bit of a circle and then just putting this in front and tying up to make a bow. I'll just cut off that little bit of excess there. And you can put that there, or probably where I've crossed them there, with a mini glue dot. This is really easy to use. You just pick up the glue dot like that and just put it there. Now we just need the sentiment. So I think I'll use the happy birthday because I've already done my Mother's Day cards for the year. And so this is the stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set, which is different from the cling stamp sets. This is a cling stamp set, and these are sticky on the image side, so that you can use the acrylic block with them. And these are just silicone photopolymer, I guess, is what they're called. So get well soon. Yeah, this has got get well soon as well. Happy Mother's Day and happy birthday. So I'll use the happy birthday, and I will take an acrylic block Okay, so what ink should I use? That's the question. I think I will just use the black to make it stick out. Do I have some white card? I can't find any white card here. So I'll just use the vanilla for now, but white card would probably be better. And so you just stamp that, trim it down, and then you can just tuck that in there. So what I like to do is make a little pointy end, and make a pointy end on this side. So if you trim, you have a bit of an arrow, and then with a glue dot just stick that in there, and you've got a birthday card. So there you go. And that makes a really pretty birthday card, and really quite easy. So thank you all for watching, and those were my 2 cards for today. I hope they gave you some inspiration and some ideas of what you'd like to do. And yeah, lovely to see you all watching. Bye for now.